Hi, I'm Michael, and in this short video, I've got a ton of money-saving advice for you. If you're looking to drastically reduce your electric bill month after month after month while going green and doing your part for the environment, then you're going to want to stick around. Okay, that's actually me right there. This picture was taken last summer during a trip. I love summer. It's my favorite time of year. The sun is out, plenty of swimming to be done, and lots of family barbecues. But it was actually a summer about 4 or 5 years ago that has changed my life forever. It was the summer I got laid off from my job. Yet from this tragedy, I discovered a powerful secret that has forever changed my life for the better. And to date, I've helped over 100,000 people in 23 countries just like you put this following valuable information into practice. Doing this will save you more of your hard-earned money so you can spend it on the things that really matter. So unless you'd rather continue to overpay the fat cat energy companies for the rest of your life, close out all other distractions. Turn off your cell phone, close Facebook, close Twitter, and get ready to take some notes and watch this time-sensitive video now, because I can assure you of this, it will not be up forever. Okay, so I'm confident in the next 7 minutes, you'll either decide to leverage this secret and be generating hundreds of dollars in savings each and every year, or you'll be stuck with the rest of the population and continue to overpay in your utility bills month after month. The choice is yours, but remember, ignorance is bliss, but it's also quite expensive. Now, let's be clear. I don't just mean save money. You see, saving money is what you do when you buy something for 20% off, like a pair of jeans. No, this is much more powerful. I'm talking about taking back those hard-earned dollars that you're already spending on bills and depositing those dollars back into your family's account. I'm talking about reducing your overall cost of living forever. This is money to put towards something you really want in your life. Maybe a family vacation. How about a new car or boat? Or whatever has been on your wish list. The simple fact is this. All of us know the economy has not been kind to us in recent times, and that's putting it lightly. And finding ways to cut back and save is much more realistic than going out there and finding a job or trying to make more money. So let's continue to my story. This all began a few years ago when my company downsized. I found myself on the receiving end of a round of company layoffs, and boy was I shocked. When they decided to lay me off, I didn't know what to say. I mean, I'm an educated man. I'm an engineer, for crying out loud. I had a mortgage to pay, 3 mouths to feed, and of course, bills. Boy, did I have some bills, and the stress was tremendous. Thankfully, I had about a month and a half of living expenses and savings, but that's it. I needed to find a job, which I know takes time, but I also needed money now. I needed to find a source of income as well as discover ways to cut costs. So, after putting the word out to family and friends that I was in need of work, I soon got a call from an old buddy of mine who mentioned that his company was looking for some help. And so I asked, doing what? And he said solar panels. Solar panels? Well, it sounded interesting, and from what he said, it paid pretty well. So a few days later, I go and find myself installing these solar panels in the most affluent area of my town. It was a great job to supplement my income while still looking for something more permanent. Meanwhile, my wife begins this very aggressive cost-cutting campaign, basically, on all of our expenses. Nothing was left unexamined. I mean, I'm sure if she could have sold me for a few $1,000s, she might have actually done so. So out went the cable, the fitness club memberships, the frequent restaurant visits, even Netflix. And I gotta tell you, that one hurt the most. But we soon realized that you can only cut so many costs and use so many coupons before you run out of room. We basically were at the end of our saving strategy, and it still wasn't enough. So there I am in the middle of summer installing these solar panels for these upper middle class people when I began to wonder exactly how much money I could save if I installed something like this in my home. I've always thought about going green. I mean, it's probably a good investment, right? And after all, how expensive could it be? Well, I was shocked. Did you know a basic solar installation can cost well over $20,000 and take anywhere from 15 to 30 years to pay back? Not exactly an easy purchase, right? I mean, we're practically talking about the price of a car here, and then the savings don't begin until possibly over 30 years from now? I don't mean to be a downer, but I'm reaching my 40s, and I don't know if I'm going to be around that long. This is when the idea hit me. I already had an idea of what materials it took to make a solar panel, and I knew it wouldn't cost nearly as much as the installation we were charging people. So I thought, is it possible to build my own solar panel and cut my energy bill? At this point, an extra $50, $75, $100 a month would make a huge impact on my budget. And I'm an engineer, so I was definitely up for the challenge. So I went to work. My initial goal was simply to save $50 a month. That's it, just $50. But to be honest, I didn't even know if that was possible. I mean, all I know about electricity is that I turn the lights on, use my appliances, get the bill of the month. That's it. So I did some research. Basically, the cost of electricity is based upon a calculation. It takes the wattage times hours used divided by 1,000 times price per kilowatt. And price per kilowatt for every state is going to be different. This is going to equal your cost for electricity. For example, let's say you have a basic 100-watt light bulb running continuously all month long. That's 730 hours for the month, and you're paying 15 cents per kilowatt. Your cost to run that bulb all month long is 100 times 730 divided by 1,000 times 15 cents. That's going to give us $10.95. So basically it's $11 to run a 100-watt light bulb all month long. It doesn't seem like much now, does it? But the average house has about 24 bulbs. And when you throw in heating, central air, appliances, like refrigerators, washers, dryers, all of that stuff on top of it, it starts to add up pretty quickly. So anyways, over the next few months, I used my insider job with this solar company to uncover the exact science, secrets, and tools necessary to harness the free and abundant energy of the sun. And what I discovered was shocking. Everything I needed to make a fully functioning, money-saving solar panel, you know, the ones people are paying 20 grand to install, could be found for a few $100s at my local hardware and supply store or online, and could be built and installed in a single weekend. That's right, a single weekend. With such a small investment to get started, I made the no-brainer decision to purchase the supplies and get to work. I'll never forget, it was late Sunday evening when I put the final touches on my first set of panels, crossed my fingers, put them up, and was ready to see what would happen next. Well, over the next 2 months, a few amazing things happened. Month 1, I cut my energy bill by $62. $62! That was $12 above and beyond my original goal. I was already beginning to see why people are willing to pay so much just to switch to solar. This was all the proof I needed to see that this stuff actually works. The second thing is that by month 3, I was able to take an average bill of $237 all the way down to, get this, 0. That's right, 0. Yes, I know what you're asking yourself. Did I really just take a $237 a month bill down to 0 with a simple do-it-yourself solar system? I gotta tell you, just saying this now still gets me excited. I mean, think about it. Imagine your monthly electric bill as an extra paycheck instead of a cost. What would you do with it? Would you save it, invest it, put it towards your child's college fund? Or what about those credit cards? Did you realize depositing an extra $50 a month into your credit card payments can save you 6 years on a $5,000 credit card where only the minimum amount is being paid? Well, that's what I was doing. Well, once word got out that I was officially living off the grid and was saving hundreds each and every month, I was quickly bombarded with questions and comments from friends and family such as, is this legal? Is it dangerous? I bet that was expensive. Come on, Mike, you're an engineer. I don't have a technical background, so there's no way I can do that. And my favorite? Well, what happens when there's no sun or rain? Even now, I can't help but smile as I hear myself mention these questions. I mean, frankly, this is exactly how I felt when I first began exploring the idea of solar. Well, it didn't take long for these same skeptical friends and family to begin asking a new question. Can you teach me how to do the same? My answer? Of course. I began inviting friends and neighbors over to my home on Saturday afternoons so I could show them exactly what to buy and how to build their first energy-producing panel. Nothing has been more rewarding than watching skeptics transform into raving fans overnight. Now, it didn't take long until my Saturday classes quickly spilled over into Sunday, and soon enough I was sharing this valuable information to new people almost every night of the week. And that still wasn't enough. People wanted more. I quickly began to realize there was only one of me. So how in the world was I going to keep up with the increasing demand? The only way to continue spreading the energy-saving solar gospel was to figure out a way to duplicate myself over and over. That being said, I went straight to work and put together the most complete and comprehensive training on saving money from a do-it-yourself solar panel system so that anyone without any experience or knowledge on this subject whatsoever could do this. Introducing Earth for Energy, your complete guide to saving money and going green. This is a jam-packed training full of everything you need to get started immediately on reducing your bill and quickly becoming energy independent with solar panels. Here's a quick overview of what you'll get. Now, before we get started on building your first panel, you're going to receive a high-quality solar education. I invested a good amount of money to produce 7 professional videos, which will give you a strong foundation into how solar works. This series alone is approximately 2 hours in length and is instrumental for your introduction to solar. In the first section of the training series, I'll be introducing you to the solar basics, how solar is generated, how it is captured, and finally how it is channeled into your home to power all of your electrical needs. In Section 2, you'll begin an amazing step-by-step process to build your first panel for under $100. You're going to be amazed at how fun and easy this will be. Section 3 consists of 3 resources to assist you in creating a customized solar strategy for your home. The Solar Calculator. This specifically designed calculator will show you exactly how many panels are needed to power your home and what size battery bank you'll need to get off the grid completely. Now, if none of this makes sense right now, don't worry, it will. Installation. Learn how to properly install your panels like the pros. This lesson alone is worth hundreds. Trust me. Electrical wiring plans. The plans will help you safely connect your solar panels and start feeding the energy to a storage battery. Once again, trust me, if this makes no sense at all, it soon will. With everything you're getting here today, it's easy to see just how possible it is to get up and running with your very own money-saving solar panels in little time. Here are just a few of the hundreds of emails I get from happy users who have gone solar and leveraged the Earth for Energy system. Hi, Michael. Thanks for the terrific product. I love the video instructions. It really makes the project much easier. I have completed 2 panels and currently on my 3rd. The solar calculator says this covers about 40% of my bill, saving me about $80 a quarter. Jeremy C. Hey Earth for Energy guys. Today I finished my first panel using an alloy frame and Perspex backing. This is much better quality panel than I expected. Some guides tell you to make a wooden frame, but I don't think this would last too long. I'm glad you used Perspex and alloy. This is a top quality panel. Now once again, this may not make sense to you right now, but it soon will. And finally, thanks for providing a top quality guide. I was worried it would be too hard for me to follow, but you've really made this for newbies. I wouldn't hesitate in recommending Earth for Energy to my friends. Sarah Kale. These are just a few of the hundreds of emails I get all the time from over 100,000 happy people in over 23 different countries. And with all the success stories that continue to pile in, you are starting to see just how possible it is for you to make the switch to solar. So by now I can imagine you asking, okay Michael, how much is the investment for the Earth for Energy system? You already know that switching to solar is going to dramatically reduce your electric bill and save you a ton of money each and every month. And you also know that by doing it yourself, you're saving $10,000 to $20,000 more than if you had someone else do it for you. So how much is it worth to you to save $50, $100, or even $150 a month for the rest of
For more information, click on the link below.